and Jay-Z have a Weetabix. So that was our top 5 least sexy attempts at sexy lyrics. What lyrics make your skin crawl? Tell us in the comments. And as always, like, subscribe and share this with your buddies. We'll see you next time.
Have you done that second metal video yet?
Fuck!
There's Skittles everywhere. And you're supposed to do it in here. Where are you going?
I know it seems like, on the surface, we have a really positive working relationship, but that's the magic of YouTube for you. You don't know about all the constant beatings.
I heard that.
I'll be good. I'll be good. Metal. Oh my. Metal is a broad term. While it implies distorted guitars, heavy drums, and harsh vocals, there's a whole load of variation between its multitude of subgenres. Some people will even listen exclusively to one subgenre, whilst completely disavowing others. That's what we're looking at today. If you want to learn about the true, proper history of metal in a general sense, then this video right here might be useful to you. Disclaimer, I don't care if we don't talk about your favourite subgenres, or skip over your favourite bands, mostly because the smaller subgenres that tend to appear every few years are usually derivatives and fusions of, as far as this video is concerned, 3 main subgenres. If you want to spend hours perusing over a really well-made timeline of metal history though, then check out mapofmetal.com, it's proper good. Now then, death metal. Death metal is the logical progression of thrash metal. The band Venom is often credited with sowing the seeds of death metal with their 1981 album Welcome to Hell. Bands like Slayer and Metallica really got on with the whole thrash business, whilst death metal was left to Morbid Angel and Obituary, to name only a couple. Staples of the genre include harsh and growly vocals and blast beats. Lyrics often centre around the morbid, including the occult, Lovecraftian horror, philosophy, and sometimes science fiction or politics. Derivatives include groove metal, technical death metal, and melodic death metal. Next on the list, goth metal. Pioneers of goth metal all seem to come from the north of England in the early 90s. Tis grew up north, but we didn't know it was that bad. Bands like Paradise Lost and Anathema were all inspired by gothic fiction, as well as dark personal experiences. American counterparts include the better-known Typo Negative. One notable deviation from goth metal is symphonic metal, which adds orchestral ideas and often female vocals to the metal formula. Contemporary bands of note include Lacuna Coil, His Infernal Majesty, HIM for short, and Cradle of Filth. I'm afraid you have these bands to thank if you've ever been called a goth or a greb for wearing a black t-shirt in public. How dare you. Moving on to the mid to late 1990s, nu metal suddenly made an appearance into the mainstream by fusing it with rap in a pop structure. It's usually based around syncopated drop-tuned guitar riffs, and will often feature a DJ to provide elements of sampling, disc scratching, and other assorted electronica bits. Some would argue that nu metal isn't particularly influential in the grand scheme of things, but 1, it happened and it was a pretty big deal, and 2, shut up when I'm talking to you. Bands of note include Korn, Static X, Limp Bizkit, and of course Linkin Park. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed that, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. You know how that works. I mean, you're here on YouTube. You know that thing.